spring sports get ready to swing into action. You'll soon hear from a handful of teams favored to go places this year. And in basketball, Notre Dame clashes with another Catholic powerhouse. I'm Mark Fontes with sports. Tryouts are still in progress for the area's baseball, softball, lacrosse, and other spring sports. But by Thursday, most teams expect to get underway with full-fledged practices. Our first stop, the state's one and only undefeated softball ladies from a year ago, the Robbinsville Ravens. Find out how they intend to take their 24-game winning streak into 2012. We will also check in with Mercer County's most storied baseball program, Steinert High. The Spartans only lost 3 games all season last year, and they have a plethora of returning varsity stars. In lacrosse, we expect to stop by both Hopewell and Princeton Day, perhaps a couple of other schools. Opening day for all the aforementioned spring sports is Saturday, March 31st. To Notre Dame we go. Irish boys basketball was knocked out of the MCT in the semifinal round against Ewing High. So, having reached semifinals in state play, they were hoping to press ahead further. Notre Dame on one of the fastest roller coasters I've ever seen. The flock, the Paul VI Eagles fans, responded with the "I believe that we will win." Well, the men on the court, the only ones who could determine that. Mark Maximo of the Irish hits this jumper from just inside the arc. PVI's Ron Curry up ahead to Roosevelt Cubbage, one RC to another. Cubbage hits it. 28-19 Eagles at the half. Early third period, Cubbage out to Chris O'Connor, who shoots for 3. He hits that, one of 2 shots he'd make from downtown. Later, it's Curry to Cubbage again. Cubbage draws the foul. The basket is all his. Cubbage and Curry both finished in double figures. Ryan Germano with it for Notre Dame. Out to Maximo. He puts it up from three-point land, and he's got it. Max led the Irish with 12 points. Curry inside the lane lays it up and in. Isaiah Johnson, Notre Dame's number 11, cuts through the Eagle D here and banks it off the glass nicely. But PVI's men went on several fast breaks and breakaways like Jay Howard. Howard led all scorers with 17, and his team's lead had grown to 15 by the end of 3 quarters. But not a single Notre Dame fan leaving the house. They really did believe in their boys. Maximo again from downtown, on point once again. Kevin Metz of the Irish throwing it way up court to Johnson, who tries his own tray. That's no good. Loose ball. It's Curry who comes away with it, and he takes it himself. Could dunk it if he likes, but he keeps it simpler than that. The fat lady starting to warm her voice up here late in the 4th quarter. Sameen Swint looking for an open teammate. He's double-teamed by Maximo and Johnson, but Swint hooks up with Matt Reese, who drops in 2 of his 9 points. The flock, a bunch of copycats. They did not chant a single original thing all night, but they really didn't care as their Eagles come into Notre Dame and bring a sad end to a highly successful season for Irish varsity basketball, one that Mark Maximo told us he'll remember fondly.
It was a great season, 22 wins, semifinals in state, semifinals in MCTs. It was a great season all the way around. But it hurts now a little bit, so just take a few days off, reflect on it, and we'll see.
You as a senior, having been on varsity for quite a while, what do you remember most about it years from now?
I mean, it's got to be this season. I mean, once Coach Turco came over here, he gave us a real boost to the program. My sophomore year, we won probably 12 games around there, I think it was. And now this year we won 22 games. So, a lot of credit, most of the credit goes to him. And him pushing us every day at practice and during games and stuff. So, but it was a great season.
And the highlights of this great CVC season and many others brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, members working to ensure your child's future success. And finally, Team of the Day is brought to you by Prior NAMI Business Systems. With fast, dependable on-site service, we change the way small business does business. Prior NAMI. As mentioned in yesterday's broadcast, Trenton High Wrestling is still singing the praises of 152-pound wrestler Ramaya Bethea. He defeated Don Bosco High's Sal Mastriani at Saturday's NJSI AA Wrestling Championships in Atlantic City. The win made Bethea only the 2nd Mercer County High School wrestler to clinch a state title. Lawrence High's Mark Savino was the first 8 years ago. Well, that's all for sports on this Tuesday. Next, a stand-up comedian joins us on Mercer County Close-Up and tells us where you can see some of his upcoming shows. Don't miss it.